I know. I know how it feels when the floor you've been standing on for years suddenly turns into thin air. You're looking at the person you thought you knew, and suddenly, they feel like a stranger. Betrayal doesn't just break trust. It cuts straight through the deep sense of safety you built your life on. The future you assumed was stable collapses in a single moment. It's not only the affair that hurts, it's the death of a shared reality. There's a quiet grief in realizing that from now on, you can't believe in the world the same way you did before. I'm right here with you in that wreckage, not to rush you, not to judge you, just to sit with you and make sense of what's left. If you're asking yourself why this happened, you're not weak. That question is a nervous system trying to survive shock. But listen to me carefully. Infidelity is rarely about the partner being not enough. It is almost always about the betrayer searching for a lost version of themselves. People stray because they are emotionally immature, chasing validation instead of learning how to generate it from within. Some are trying to numb an internal emptiness with secret excitement. Some are running from aging, from responsibility, from real intimacy. Others are repeating old wounds, bad habits, and unresolved insecurities, because facing themselves feels more terrifying than destroying something sacred. This isn't love gone wrong. It's an internal problem acted out externally. That doesn't excuse it, but it tells you something important. This was their choice, not a verdict on your worth. I know that part of you keeps wondering what you could have done differently. That confusion is human, but their betrayal is not evidence of your failure. Now comes the hardest truth, and also the most freeing one. You cannot control another human being. Love is not a leash. Loyalty is not guaranteed by effort. You can be devoted, present, attractive, faithful, and someone can still choose to betray. Accepting that you couldn't have stopped it isn't weakness. It's the beginning of your freedom. You are responsible for your healing. They are responsible for their choices. What you can control is this: your boundaries, your standards, your dignity. Whether you abandon yourself trying to save something that no longer protects you, let yourself feel everything without judgment. The rage, the grief, the disbelief. Don't rush to clarity. Don't rush to forgiveness. Stability comes before decisions. Think of yourself as the calm eye inside the storm. Wounded, but still whole. Hurting, but refusing to disappear. So now the question that keeps you awake at night: should you forgive? Should you stay? There is no universally right answer, only the answer you can live with. Forgiveness is not something they are owed. It is not something you give to keep the peace. Forgiveness is the removal of their hands from your throat. Rebuilding is only possible under very specific conditions. They take full responsibility without defensiveness or excuses. They are devastated by the pain they caused, not inconvenienced by the consequences. They cut off all contact with the third party transparently and permanently. They answer your questions patiently, even when it's uncomfortable. They commit to real repair therapy, accountability, and consistent change over time. Not words, not tears, only when time and behavior prove. In that space, forgiveness might look like rebuilding with open eyes, firm boundaries, and equal effort. And it takes courage to even consider that. But sometimes, the wiser choice is different. You can forgive internally and still walk away. If lies continue, if blame shifts toward you, if transparency is resisted, if therapy is avoided, if forgiveness is demanded instead of earned, if your body stays in constant anxiety, if you are shrinking to survive, then staying is not loyalty. It is self-betrayal, so you should walk away. Sometimes the most loving act is releasing the relationship so you can reclaim yourself. When you decide, look through 3 lenses. Emotionally, ask whether safety can truly return, even with scars, or whether staying poisons your inner peace day by day. Relationally, understand this clearly. The old marriage is dead. You are not fixing it. You are deciding whether to build an entirely new one with the same person. Practically, be grounded. Protect yourself. Understand finances, legal options, support systems. Preparation is not pessimism. It is respect for your future self. No matter what you choose, this is true. You are still whole. The betrayal cracked something open. But broken places can become sites of strength. You are not defined by their lack of loyalty. You are defined by your ability to endure, to choose yourself, and eventually to breathe again. If you are here because your spouse betrayed your marriage, let me say this clearly. I'm sorry that happened. This was not your fault. Stop finding their reasons from you. You were faithful, and that matters. You cannot control their heart. You cannot rewrite the past. You can only decide what kind of life you will build from here. Forgive if responsibility is real and change is consistent. Otherwise, forgive yourself for choosing peace. Take your time. The world can wait. You are not ending. You are beginning again stronger, clearer, and still deeply human. What to do when you're not ready to decide yet? If you don't know what to do next, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human and you're in shock. It takes time to make your mind. So instead of asking, "What is the final decision?" ask a gentler, wiser question. What is the next safe step? Let's walk through that together. If there are children involved, you must feel heavy weight of guilt on your chest. Children don't need perfection. They need emotional safety. You don't have to explain everything. You don't have to pretend everything is fine. What matters most is this. They need to see at least one adult who is grounded. Avoid using them as emotional containers. They are not there to comfort you or take sides. But they do need honesty at an age-appropriate level. Simple truth is enough. Mom and Dad are going through something hard. We both love you. This is not your fault. That sentence alone can protect a child's nervous system more than you realize. Keep routines where you can. Meals, bedtimes, school. Structure creates safety when the emotional world feels unstable. And remember this. Taking care of yourself is not taking away from your children. It is teaching them how to survive hardship with dignity. For financial and practical grounding, this part feels cold. But it is not betrayal, it is wisdom. Knowledge is power, not commitment. Quietly gather information. Accounts, assets, debts, legal options. You don't have to act yet. You only need clarity. If possible, speak to a lawyer or financial advisor discreetly. Not because you've decided to leave, but because you refuse to be unprotected. Fear grows in the dark. Clarity calms the nervous system. Having options does not mean you will use them. It means you are no longer trapped, and that matters. External steps for you should make as an individual. Right now, your identity may feel shattered. So rebuild it gently through small, tangible actions. Return to the body. Walk, stretch, breathe. Sleep when you can. Trauma lives in the nervous system, not just the mind. Reclaim something that is yours alone. A class, a routine, a creative outlet. Not to distract, but to remember who you are outside this marriage. Limit exposure to chaos. Too many opinions, messages, or social media comparisons will overwhelm you. Choose one or two safe people. That's enough. You don't need to be strong for everyone. You only need to stay present for yourself. Inner and emotional healing steps you need. This is the deepest work. Let go of the need to understand everything right now. Your job is not to solve the relationship. Your job is to stabilize your inner world. Notice the voice that blames you. That voice is not truth, it is shock looking for control. Talk to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. This hurts. I didn't deserve this. I'm allowed to take my time. Grief is not linear. Some days you'll feel clarity. Some days you'll feel lost again. That doesn't mean you're going backward. It means you're processing. If possible, work with a therapist or counselor who understands betrayal trauma. You don't need fixing. You need witnessing. A final grounding truth is, you do not have to decide everything now. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to gather strength. You are allowed to change your mind. This moment does not define the rest of your life. You are not broken, you are in transition. One day, this will not be the center of your life. It will be a chapter you survived with clarity and self-respect.